Welcome! It's a great day to be a miner. In today's video, it's altcoin season, baby. We're going to talk about how to pick the best altcoins, the best speculative coins to mine, and give you some of the tools to use to make the best informed decision. Without further ado, let's spin that intro. Alright, so today we are going to go over some of the best tools that you can use out there to make the most informed decisions on what to mine, how to mine, to figure out if a project is viable, to figure out the best settings for your GPUs, for your ASICs, the best pools to use. We have all that information. First, let's start with the disclaimer. This is not financial advice. Never invest anything that you cannot afford to lose. Do not overextend yourself, and especially do not pay so much in electric costs that you're putting yourself, your family, or anyone else in a bad place. As any miners could tell you, mining can be a very complicated process. It could leave lots of holes. It could leave tons of question marks. The ultimate goal in mining is to earn the most valuable crypto with the limited resources that we have. That's a big, broad statement. Whether you're using GPUs or you're using ASICs, what is the best strategy? What are the best tools that can get you from that beginning point to that end point, to that goal, to earn the biggest bag, to earn the most crypto that you can, that's either valuable today or in the future? Information is key. Information is success. So I'm here today to provide you with a ton of my best tools that I've accumulated over the years so that you can make informed decisions about what to mine, how to set things up. So let's go ahead and just start with the handful of the biggest and the most important, and then we'll quickly touch on some of the smaller ones. And down in the description, I am going to list a veritable forest of different links for different sites that I use, that I trust, that help me, that have helped me over the years make my decisions on what I am mining, what to mine, and how to proceed in my mining adventure. So let's just stop gabbing on that and let's tear into it. So right here up on the screen, I list the primary items that I use quite often, and then we'll next touch on some of the smaller ones. So let's start with CoinMarketCap.com. What is CoinMarketCap.com? Basically, it's an information warehouse that talks about all the viable crypto markets out there today, and there are thousands of them. When you go to CoinMarketCap.com, the first thing you'll see right off the main homepage are all of the cryptocurrencies listed in order of market cap from biggest to largest. So that is why the Bitcoin is number one right here at the very top. It shows the current price. That's $16,179.62, and it is currently it's continually fluctuating as the markets are buying and selling. This is like a live stock market. That's what cryptocurrency is. And then over to the right, you can see the current trends for the last 7 days. You can see the current downslide where it just keeps dropping and dropping, and that's how the market is right now. And then it lists them from the biggest market cap to the smallest, and it gives you all the price terms. But there's a lot more to it. If you want more information, you can search and find the crypto that you're looking for, see where it stands, where it ranks in the charts. You can click into it and you can see its history. You can see what exchanges, what markets it's listed on, what the current price action is. You can see the entire value of the lifetime of a coin. You can see the lifetime value. You can see the last year worth of value, the last month. You can see the trend, where it's going, where it's been. As you can see, this is just for 1 day, and 1 day is not going to tell you a huge story because it's going up, it's going down. Let's look at a year of Bitcoin, for instance. 1 year ago today, Bitcoin was worth over $45,000. And in the last year, it has slid, and that's where we're at, or about $16,000 currently. What about all time? All time. Let's back clear up for Bitcoin. Back to 2013, it's showing us. Back when it was nothing, it was $100, and as it's moved, as it's climbed, there's a good upswing. Back here was the boom in at the end of 18 going into 2019. This was the big boom back here. I think it hit about $20,000. But yeah, that's how you can see the crypto, where it's been, where it's going. Now, if we want to go and we want to see where it's listed, you just click markets, and then you can see all of the places, the top exchanges that coin's listed on. Binance is the top mover for Bitcoin, at least at the current time, and then you have Coinbase, and then you have KuCoin, Kraken. These are all big exchanges. Now, if you're using a smaller altcoin and it's only listed on a couple exchanges, be careful what exchanges it's listed on. If a coin is not listed on any exchanges and it's not moving in the right direction and it's not getting listed on exchanges, it's probably not going to have any liquidity, meaning that even if it's worth $10 a coin, if you have to jump through 100 hoops and by the time you finally get it sold, you're only going to get $7 profit, then it's actually worth $7 to you. So that's something to keep in mind. So yeah, that is a quick overview, quick and dirty on CoinMarketCap. There's also a lot more on here. There's news. You can go to the top mined coins, which is really nice to see too. So yeah, I'll put a quick link on the top mineable coins that are listed on CoinMarketCap as well, and you can see them right here. It's pretty nice. You've got Bitcoin, Ethereum, Dogecoin, Litecoin, Ethereum Classic, Monero, Zcash, and the thing you got to remember is this is ASICs and GPUs. This isn't, or HNT for instance, is a whole separate hardware. So it's got all mineable coins on here. Whether you can mine them, Chia, for example, hard drive mining, whether or not you can mine them with your hardware, that's a whole different aspect. But you can see right here, here's one of my favorite, Flux. It's at number 152. That means out of all the cryptocurrencies out there, it's the 152 ranked highest market cap. So that's pretty solid. Flux is, and you can see it has plummeted with the rest of the environment too as well. So yeah, that's just a quick overview, and I'll make sure to put a quick link to the mineable coins here as well so that you can easily get to them and not just to CoinMarketCap. So yeah, and there's a big one, Caspa. That one's been huge lately. People have been really jumping on it. Conflux is a big one. If we scroll down farther into the bottom, Grin, yeah, Swap, yeah. So these are the main coins that are mineable as per CoinMarketCap. So the next item I want to talk about is WhatToMine.com. If you're out there and you're trying to figure out how much can my hardware make, the number one source to go to is WhatToMine. So when you go to WhatToMine.com, you're greeted right away with tabs at the top. The tabs at the top say GPU, ASICs, coins, ETC plus, miners, GPUs. Start with, if you're a GPU miner, start with the GPU tab. If you're an ASICs miner, start with the ASICs tab. Click your GPU tab, for example, and then we're going to select whatever GPUs we have or whatever GPU we're curious about. Say we have a RTX 3080, we just have one, and we want to see what's the most popular, most profitable algorithm out there. We went ahead and we selected our 3080. Now we can, down here and to the left, so we have all the algorithms are selected right now by default, and it has pre-populated hash rates and watts in there. And that's usually a little bit of an undershoot for what you can probably get if you've optimized your hardware, but it's a good base to figure out what you can expect to receive at that snapshot, at that point in time. So for instance, we did our 3080, then we want to put in our electric cost right here, cost. This is your per kilowatt hour cost. For me, I'm using 11 cents because that's what my current cost is. And then over on the right here, we want to hit calculate. And now we have calculated what one RTX 3080 is, and it will list them in profitability order. So over here on the right, you'll see that all these are showing up 0. Why are they showing up 0? Because everything is actually costing more in electric for me at 11 cents per kilowatt hour than I would be making in the given cryptocurrency. So it's telling me that Caspa is probably the best right now for a single 3080. I would only be losing a quarter a day to mine it worth of crypto, because I would be making 44 cents worth of CAS and then losing to be at a negative 25 cents. So as we scroll down, there's Cortex and Zell. Zell hash. It used to be called Zell. It's Flux on the Zell hash algorithm. What else? Noxa is down there, and it's saying that you're losing 33 cents worth per day. Octopus, algorithm, Conflux, Ergo. There's my man Ergo. So yeah, this is a great tool to use, and pretty much everything right now is going to show that you're mining at a loss. And that's a whole different discussion of to whether you should be running your rigs or you should just be buying the cryptocurrency. But that's what we're here to do. We're trying to make an informed decision. Okay, so now we've figured out what hardware we're using, what algorithm we're going to mine, what coin we're going after, and what we can expect to earn. Now we got to figure out where to mine that to. So we are going to go to MiningPoolStats.stream. And what that's going to do is that's going to tell us what the best pool or pools for our algorithm are that we're going to mine to. So the first thing I do when I get in here, you see it just has all the coins listed. I'll just click on one of the coins, say Ethereum Classic. I will click on that. And then over on the left, it's showing the most popular options here. So if I click one of these most popular options, I click, say, I don't know, let's Ethereum POW. Now, I'm not advising to mine that. I mine just a small bag just to stack to have on the side. But I definitely do not advise Ethereum POW, Ethereum Fair, and some of these other small cryptos. But so I clicked on Ethereum POW. Over here, it's going to go in order from biggest to smallest. F2 pool is the biggest pool here, and it's telling us they have 6.84 terahash, and it is owning 27% of the total hash rate of all of the miners out there that are mining Ethereum POW. And so then it allows you, it gives you a hyperlink to quickly jump to that pool to get more information. Say we wanted to mine, we love us some Flux. Let's go to Flux. And now here are the main pools for Flux. Minerpool.pro, you've got fluxpools.net, Hero Miners, 2 Miners, Crux Pool. For me, I use fluxpools.net, and it owns 31.5% of the known hash rate, so that's not too bad. And again, if we wanted to get more information from the actual pool, we would just click the associated link, and then it would jump to the fluxpools.net or minerpool.pro, whichever you wanted to go to. And this is how you can probably find your best options to mine to. And generally, once you jump to the site, for the pool will give you further instructions on what the best miners to use and how to set up your bat file, or what the pool address and the best point of contact to get into that pool is. So now we've got all that set up, but we want to talk about, well, we want to do more research on the specific coins that we're interested in mining. So the best option, one, is go to the specific coin site. From the coin site, you can really look over the site. You can go into usually the white paper. White paper will give you a overview of the entire project, the goals, the background of the project, what the use case is, what the real world application is, and you can make an informed decision based on that. Now, you have to be careful from the sites. A lot of them are cheaply done. They're mirror of another site, they're mirror of another coin, and doesn't always hold a lot of weight. If they have a good Discord, if they have good sources, additional points of contact with professional looking photographs, real emails, not Gmail setup or Yahoo or Hotmails or whatever. Those are all key indicators of the strength of a project. The other place that you can go and research further about a project, it's called BitcoinTalk.org. And from there, you can look at different projects from way back. This used to be my main source that I would go to back in the day. For instance, up on the screen, I have the project Ergo, and it shows the first post back June 2019. It says Ergo mainnet launch happened on July 1st, 2019. So it's interesting. You can read through all of the pages, and there's always tons of pages. You can actually look at different miners on here. LOL has an extensive Bitcoin talk with all their updates that they've done over the years. And if you even go back far enough, you can see where I've posted on it back in 2018, 2017. So yeah, this is a great site to where you can get not just a developer's, this is what our project is, but yet an end user standpoint, because a lot of the opinions and the flaws and the issues that end users have had with a coin will probably be posted. It's just an open forum. So yes, that is a great source. Next, a very important tool that you need to have when mining is you need to know how much you're paying, how much electricity is costing you, and whether you need to keep mining at X amount of loss. So what I use and have used for a long time is the energyusagecalculator.com, and I'll go in there and I already know how much watts I'm really using, and usually I check at the wall and I use a watt meter so that I know what the rig's really using and not just what it says in the software, because obviously your software is just checking your mining hash rate and your mine GPU wattage used. So it might say that your 3080 is using 200 watts, but well, if that PC is using 300 watts at the wall, you care about the 300 watts, not the 200 watts. So then what I'll do is I'll go in here and I'll select the computer or one of the items over on the right, and then I'll select the hours used per day as 24 hours because we're running mining. We want to keep that rig running. Then we want to put our usage, how much watts we're using at the wall, if you can find it. If not, use the software and kind of guess or extrapolate. So I'm going to say that I'm using 300 watts at the wall on this one PC, and I'm using 11 cents per kilowatt hour, and then I'm going to calculate. And it's going to tell me that per hour, it's going to cost me 3 cents to run. It's going to cost me 79 cents per day to run a 300 watt at 11 cents per kilowatt hour. And it's going to tell me that my month costs $24.09 per year, $289.11 cost to run that small PC. If I'm running it for a year straight, never with any downtime, that's how much my electric bill would cost. Of course, that's all things equal, no rates changing and just staying at a static 11 cents per kilowatt hour. So that's a very, very important tool to have, because you want to know how much you're actually using in your juice to go along with how much of that crypto you're pulling in. So that goes through the majority of the main items, the main tools that you should be using. Now, a very crucial, important tool to use is the Discord and the community. Source the community. You can find tips, tricks, you can find the best hash rates, the best way to mine, the best items to be mining, new projects. Opinions of the community are pretty invaluable. And so join a Coins Discord, join the Misfit Mining Discord, join Red Panda, Brandon Coin, Hash Raptor Discord, whatever. Join some of these YouTubers' Discords, get some advice. Ask questions. Make sure to follow the rules when you join a Discord. When you first join, almost every one of these Discords will give a quick, brief overview of the rules and where you should ask the questions in the right places. Don't go into general and just spam a question. Go into it. If it has a help section, go into the help section. If it goes to a mining specific, go into mining specific. Reach out to people. Don't just start randomly adding people. Use some common sense, use some courtesy, and above all, be nice. Discord and the community is the best piece about mining. It's the spear, it's the entire community. Good things happen to good people. Be right with the world. So now I've went through a lot of the main items. Let's just quickly touch on some of the other tools that I use just in a quick succession, and I'll list many, many more than what I'm going to show you down in the description. If there are some that I miss or that you use heavily, please share them down in the comments for all of us. I'll make sure to add them into my description. I'll go back if it's a really good one, if it's a viable one, I'll add it to the description. We'll share it with the community. So let's look real quick at some of the other top ones, just some examples. All right, so this is thermalpads.eu, and what is this? It's a database for thermal pad sizes. So you've got a GPU and you need to change the thermal pads and you're not sure on the specs. It doesn't have a ton in here, but it has a lot, and it can be very helpful if your specific model's in there. Say you've got this, which I actually have this one. It's a 6700 XT MSI Gaming X. Let's click on that and take a look, and it actually shows the GPU, all the specs on it, and then check this out. Check that out. It's telling you different thermal pads that you need if you're trying to change yours. It needs cleaned up. This is a great resource. So that's just a quick one. Let's look at another one. Mr. Red Panda. Red Panda, the man, the myth, the legend. This guy has a very in-depth spreadsheet where he has basically, he shows the different graphics cards that he's tested. He's tested them all on these different coins. He spent tons of time doing this, and it gives you the different miners he uses and the expected hash rates and the optimal hash rate that he was able to accomplish with whatever that GPU is on whatever that algorithm and coin and whichever miner he's using. So great asset to have there. Again, I'll link this one down in the description. Another one, a great one, the Hobbyist Miner has sourced the community. He's pulled the community in, and he's grabbed a lot of the best hash rates and settings for mining Flux. It's a really in-depth, great spreadsheet. I'll link it down in the description. How about Hashrate.no? Hashrate.no, it's very similar to a WhatToMine. It gives you different hash rates and what you can expect for power usage and what you can expect for profitability for different kinds of graphics cards. It's a very nice, handy source to have. There's a lot of different, look, there's some Intel cards on there, and those are been a little bit harder to get, so this is being updated all the time. It's a great source to use. Say you have AMD and you're one of those people that are doing BIOS flash and you got 5700 XTs. I used to have a bunch of these and they were amazing cards for mining because you could really tweak and tune them. If you switch the BIOS, you could make them super efficient. But yes, you can find all kinds of different BIOS to flash onto your GPU. Word of caution here, if you don't know what you're doing with BIOS flashing, do tons of research or don't do it because you could brick your card. I've bricked a couple, I know. So next, there's another site here. This is just an article here. And this article goes, it's called The Most Popular Cryptocurrency Terms and Phrases. So this is really an interesting, it's an older one, but it's very handy for, especially if you're new to mining, you don't know what FOMO is. Okay, well, let's go see if they list it in here. Oh, right there. These are good terms to know. FOMO. The term FOMO stands for the phrase fear of missing out. This occurs when investors start buying up a particular asset based on the expectations that it's going to rise in value. Market participants can easily flock to an asset should that asset experience sharp gains. Getting caught up in FOMO can be dangerous. Exactly. So what FOMO is okay, everybody's jumping on the Dogecoin. Well, I don't want to miss out. I'm going to jump on the Dogecoin even though it's already tripled. Oh, look. Dogecoin is dropping out the bottom because I FOMO'd in. FOMO can be dangerous. But this is a great resource that you don't know what FUD is, fear, uncertainty, doubt. You don't know what a hard fork, or you don't know what HODL means. This is just great terms to know right here. So yeah, that's a great resource. And so yeah, at the end of the day, I just made this video to help you guys out, to give you some of the tools that I've accumulated over the years, some of the knowledge so that you can make better informed decisions. And because yeah, right now the crypto world is really in flux. There's not much profit to be made mining. It can be very confusing world out there. There's lots of altcoins that are springing up that are probably going to just fail boat. They're going to disappear within less than a year, and then you've stacked the bag and you're wasting your time. So So yeah, I hope this helped you out. And again, if you have some great sites, make sure to post them down in the comments. I would love to add them into the description. I would love to share them with other miners. Let's go ahead and cut to that outro. Well, there you have it. It's altcoin season, baby. Get out there and stack those bags. Do your own research. Invest in the best projects. If you liked the video, you know what to do. Smash that like button and subscribe for future content. Thanks for coming along and enjoy the ride.